2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast Patreon pre-show. I am your host, Corey Deering, and alongside me, as always, is the PC muscle race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
Yo, what's poppin'?
Hey, LeRon, guess what? We match.
We do. How'd this happen?
I don't know.
How'd this happen? We didn't sync. We didn't like check wardrobe each other. It just kind of happened.
I should have worn my
LeRon,
damn it.
Okay. You should have. Look,
right
LeRon, when our brains are connected like ours, we just know.
Yeah.
We know.
Brother from another mother.
Me and Steph will
Also-
fight.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah. There you go. We got a yin yang thing going on here. All right.
Oh man. Also here, back is the mad pharmacist herself, Stephanie Klimov.
Hey.
Hi, Stephanie.
I'm happy to be here for many reasons.
We missed you.
Yes,
I know
I've
I
missed
will
you
have
guys
seen
so
you a
much.
couple times by the time this comes out, but we missed you.
Yeah, I miss you guys too. This beats working a second job. I'd rather be here than working, yeah.
That's
I
true.
would say
but it's
I miss
definitely
you,
not.
but I just met you tonight. So nice to meet you.
You'll have.
Yeah, nice to meet this person. Who's this person, Corey?
Yeah, Stephanie is excited to be here, not because of you, LeRon. It's because of our
I
guest.
know, right?
You all out there may know him as Leon Kennedy, Resident Evil fame. Nick Apostolides is here. Nick, welcome to the show.
What's up, guys?
Very happy to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me. And yeah, actually, this is a nice reunion with LeRon because we had an interview about 2021-ish, and we were talking a lot about probably RE2 remake, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
That was-
Into Darkness, maybe, but
that was honestly one of my favorite episodes for Crossroads, and yeah, we hit some milestones. We went on to do 117 episodes before we went on hiatus. Yeah, but Crossroads is coming back soon, and so yeah, like I'm actually glad that you're actually on like the main Boss Rush podcast show. Like this is wonderful, because and funny story, like Stephanie was like, hey, like I'm trying to see about getting Nick from Resident Evil on there. And I was like, don't even like pass go, like go straight to it, like get it done. And yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I probably fangirled more than she was, but I just kept it more contained.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
Should I tell the quick story here for the pre-show or for the main show? It'll just
Tell it
take
here.
like 30 seconds.
Tell her
Okay.
here.
It's exclusive because there's some things I'll probably keep anonymous, but I work 2 jobs because I need to pay bills, single mom life, and all that stuff. And at my second job, I ran into a wonderful guy named Chris. Shout out to you, Chris. I talked to him earlier today. We just geeked out on all things video game related. And I had mentioned that even though I'm a huge chicken, I played my first Resident Evil game, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and I freaking loved it. And I love Leon Kennedy, and he's the coolest character and is the best friend. I'm friends with Nick Apostolides. And flipped out. And then I proceed. Go ahead.
Is Chris watching this right now?
No.
Well, if he does watch it, let's call him out right now because I don't even think Chris has played my 2 games yet. He's one of my best buddies, and Chris, if you're watching this at some point, I can't believe you haven't played my games yet. I'm gonna shame
Chris,
him.
what are you
Shame on
doing?
Chris. Shame.
Shame.
Even I
But that is a funny
played
video.
Resident
I
Evil
didn't mean
4.
to interrupt you, Steph. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's really it. And then he said, well, you're welcome to reach out to him. Great. And I'm a very awkward person. So the first DM I sent, and I read, I'm like, oh, I probably sound like one of the 50,000 praised fans out there. And he's like, Chris, like, it's okay. I'll let him know who to look out for. So, and then we just connected, and, Nick was nice enough to make time for us. The end.
Yeah, he did. Chris is a man of his word. We talked that night actually, and he's like, "Hey, respond to Steph. She's cool." I said, "Okay, I will."
She's not a crazy person.
Well, I don't check. With people I don't follow, it goes into like a separate folder of DMs, and I don't usually check those. So I might have never even seen this for months if Chris didn't tell me that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how many of those DMs you.
It's a lot, and so I kind of just stopped looking.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't check my DMs either.
I don't
I'm
check
s-
mine
you're-
either. And then
but you know, I'm just as popular as Nick here. You know, I'm just
Yeah. Just waiting for your next breakout role, Corey.
yeah, I'm
Just
waiting.
don't forget us when
I'm
you're
waiting for it too.
famous.
I'm holding out for the right one. I'm just kidding, everybody. We all know I'm fit for every role. Nick, we're super glad you're here. This is awesome. I was really jealous the first time you were on LeRon's show, and I was like, man, that's so cool.
Have you guys
now
known
that
each
you're
other for a
here.
while?
what going on almost 5 years? Almost
Four or
okay, that's
5
cool.
years, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pandemic.
Yeah,
Remember that? Remember the black bubble of our lifetime?
yeah,
yeah.
and from another life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is our pre-show. Nick, we have a question for you.
Sure.
And this is prime pre-show content. If you could play any character or gaming related, movie related, TV related, anything, who would you want to play and why?
Ooh, well, movie related. Geez, if I could go back in time, I would have loved to have played Kyle Reese in Terminator 1. That type of character right there, like that's why I started acting. Kudos to Michael Biehn. He's the guy who played Kyle Reese. Great actor. But that role, geez, that would have been a dream role. For a video game, you know, I just saw from I think GamesCon released this like animated like anthology series, kind of like Love, Death, and Robots for like video game anthology things, right? You guys see that? In the trailer, they announced a Mega Man, like an animated Mega Man series. And I've been saying for a long time, I would love to voice something in a Mega Man something. And everyone's like, well, he never has a voice in the games. Yeah, I know he doesn't. But in this animated series, he's going to. And I didn't see the casting call for that shit. So, oh, Mega Man.
Oh, I watched Captain N. He has some sort of voice that I'm sure you
In
could
the actual Mega
make
Man
better.
Mega Man cartoon, like from
Sure.
from the 90s, like
Yeah.
he was the main character, so he had a voice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that happened, but they're doing it again now. I guess they're rebooting it and probably making it really cool. And geez, I would have.
Oh, see, I missed that because I have not. I've been busy at work today, so I
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
catch any Gamescom stuff.
they're bringing it at least a short little film of Mega Man or something like that. I don't know what the anthology series is,
Yeah,
but it looks cool. So that's it.
Awesome.
So Kyle Reese,
Yeah.
Mega Man. What about you?
Oh man, I wasn't prepared to answer this question. I was totally
See?
prepared to talk about the anthology question. So man, I have I don't know. LeRon, you go first. I got to think about this for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
If I could play any character in a video game, movie, or a TV show, I'll be honest with you. Like everyone knows I'm a Trekkie and stuff like that. So like I'd be honored to either like reprise or redo the role for of Benjamin Sisko, the captain for Deep Space Nine. Played by the wonderful Avery Brooks, which means I'd have to shave my head, and like get the goatee, like so did basically like chop off the mutton chops and all that stuff and everything like that. But I mean, like I think I have the imposing black dude like shit going for me and stuff like that. Nah, but I'm a Trekkie, and Deep Space Nine is like the one Star Trek show from like the golden era Trek where like it really gravitated to me and hit me the most. And I watch all the Star Trek shows and stuff like that. And I don't think any one show is bad. Despite what you might hear like some of these new age Trekkies think, but yeah, it'd be an honor to actually like do that role. Um, Movies, I don't know. Like there's so many out there. Like I don't know. Like I really couldn't say for sure. And video game character, this is where I can get creative. Actually, I don't know about if we're talking about just doing voice acting for it. I would love to do Ganondorf.
Ganondorf.
I would
Ooh,
love to.
yeah.
I would love to do Ganondorf.
Okay.
Mm.
Awesome.
You be Ganondorf, I be Zelda. But either Tears of the Kingdom Zelda or Twilight Princess Zelda. Those would be either Zelda I would gravitate toward.
Well, I'd have to play Daddy Dorf from from Tears of the Kingdom. I'd have to do that, or even Ganon from the Wind Waker.
Oh, yeah, good
okay.
choice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You want to get stabbed in the head like that, LeRon?
I do. Hey, everybody loves a good villain, and I feel like Wind Waker's Ganon was a very good villain.
Yes. It kind of it generated a lot of empathy behind him, so he's not just I'm a big bad guy that just wants to take over Hyrule for taking over Hyrule's sake, you know?
Exactly.
So it finally
Actually,
fleshed him out.
I loved Wind Waker's story. Like that was one of in my opinion, that was one of the purest Legend of Zelda stories ever.
Mm-hmm.
One of the purest in the franchise lore.
I just revisited A Link to the Past. I beat that on the. I travel. I travel a lot and on planes. Sometimes I like to play new games with my Switch, and sometimes I just feel nostalgic and I want to play like one from my childhood. So I revisit A Link to the Past like maybe once every 2 years. So I just beat it again, and I was like, "Yep, pretty good."
It's something about walking through the forest and seeing the ghost of the kid playing the flute and just hearing the tune. It's like, oh my god! It's like you kind of sit there on the edge because when you get close, he disappears. So you sit there on the edge to listen to the song as long as possible.
But I respect games like that because they were pioneers. These games paved the path for so many types of genres back in the day. Like the early Final Fantasies were a thing. The format of A Link to the Past was a thing. Metroid was a thing, and then they all just like spawned all these amazing franchises and IPs. And you gotta give respect to where they came from. All these young kids that have, first game they're ever trying is on PS5. It's not their fault. They're born in this era, but they just don't know where it came from. I kind of feel bad for them in a way,
That's why I put my son through the ringer. What I do is I made my son, watch me play Mario 3. His first Zelda game that he's ever seen was Ocarina of Time. Like, look at these polygons.
Did you start him early?
I did.
That's
Yes.
You're a good mother. Let me tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
Because
Unfortunately, go ahead, sorry.
I started so when my little brother was born, I was 12. I was deep into games at that point. Super Nintendo, PlayStation era, PlayStation 1. And when he was 5, I was like, okay, you're old enough. You're going to start with Mario. Because I was already playing PlayStation 1. I was playing like Twisted Metal, Final Fantasy, and all that stuff. And I started him with Mario because it was simple. And we worked up, that way. And I did what you did. I taught him early.
Exactly. Early and just kind of respect, the classics.
Yeah, got to. What was his first game? Mario 3.
Ooh. It was either between Mario 3 or because I also played a lot of indies too, and I want to expose them to multiple IP, and a game that was really easy was Donut County. He loved Donut County.
Never heard of it.
I've
It's
never heard of
like
that one.
Katamari Damacy, but you play as a raccoon, a mischievous raccoon, and there's just a little hole in the ground, and the more stuff you suck down into the hole gets bigger until you suck up the whole town.
That
So it's
sounds
just
fun.
That's cool.
it's fun and it's adorable. It's easy, and you could use your finger on the Switch to move things around. So that kind of introduced him to gameplay mechanics. So that plus Mario 3, he needed help with that, but those are his two.
My kids still can't move and jump at the same time, and it really upsets me.
Well, that's what training is for.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
trying.
I love some Katamari Damacy though. Yeah, man, like just the music that it's an action game disguised as a rhythm game. Or is that a rhythm game disguised as an action game? That's what it is. A rhythm game disguised as an action game. Because my god, the soundtrack. Like sometimes I lose on purpose just to replay the level to hear the song again.
You can look them up on YouTube,
I know, right? Well, that was before I got hardcore on YouTube.
I guess
Corey.
it's my turn.
My
huh?
Yeah,
turn?
Corey, we
Yeah,
gave
your
you
turn.
we gave you enough time to like figure things out now, man.
You gave me lots of time. So I think in terms of games, one of my favorite series is Gears of War,
It's a good one.
and I think, you know, obviously, like, that series has so many iconic characters, especially within Delta Squad in that original trilogy. But I would really love to play Marcus, like, if I was to do something like that.
Badass.
I just think I mean, I don't have the personality for Baird, right? I mean enough training, I probably could do something like that, right? I mean, but it takes a personality to have that comedic kind of, you know, personality that he has. You know, but Marcus is, you know, I really like Marcus. I think
Did
that's
they
who I would
just
pick
announce
for
the
games.
new one?
E-Day, yeah.
E-Day, yeah.
It's a prequel to,
Interesting.
yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm shocked that they're going backwards. But you know, I have theories, but we can talk about that on a different day, why they're going backwards for now. And then in terms of movies, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what I would. I used to like. I used to really want to play Wolverine in an X-Men movie, right? Like I love Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's awesome. But then like I see, like, especially at like the videos that are going around of Disneyland right now, like whoever's playing Deadpool at Disneyland right now is having the time of their lives, riding around on this little unicorn bike, and, you know, making fun of everybody. And whoever's playing Deadpool at Disneyland, you are doing a swell job. It's the funniest Instagram reels I've watched in a long time. But I don't know. I feel like I would get stuck playing someone like Cyclops though, because he's boring. You know, so although I hear in X-Men 97 he's pretty cool, but
haven't seen
I'm
that
introducing my son to the 90s cartoon first, so he learns who the characters
Awesome.
are before we move on to the modern stuff. So
I miss that cartoon.
it's on Disney Plus. You can watch it right now, the whole thing.
Yep. It's worth it.
It's so funny. My son is 3. He probably shouldn't be watching X-Men, but he loves Wolverine and Nightcrawler, and he'll jump off the couch and like act like claws are coming out of his hands, and he'll just yell Wolverine
Aw.
as loud as he can. Or he'll like jump across the couch and he'll be like, "Did you see me? I teleported like Nightcrawler." And I'm like, "I saw," except it's funny.
Awesome.
You saw it all.
Yeah. So yeah, that would probably be my pick, I think. So, but that's it. That's the pre-show. We did it.
Okay.
We're all going to be professional actors now. Nick's
Robin,
going to
we can
train.
go home.
Nick's going to train us all.
I can try.
Thank you everybody out there for watching the pre-show. If you are a patron, thank you for your support, and we'll see you on the main show. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.